It's that CSZ gang. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55, what's goody? Kill the vibe, how could it? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. The mother shows spread fake news. We just call them broadcast. West, Joey, Sam, Shawn, Donovan. And you know that boy Higgy. He said he don't want no small fries. Tell them they better make them biggie. Yeah, you already know what we be on. We got the crown, we hold the throne. We throw the mails and you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's home. The bar set, we setting the tone. If we set it, then set it in stone. Sit in the streets, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal sports zone.
What is up, everybody? And we are coming to you live from the Fitness Market Studios North. This is the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Wagner, here with my co-host tonight, the one and only, literally, Shawn Barber. Shawn, what's good, my man? Hey, we can actually see you tonight. It doesn't look like you're in the bathroom doing stuff. How you doing?
Guys are going to get a lot of me tonight, more than you probably used to.
And that's something he's never said to a female ever. Again, I'm your host, Jeremy. This is Shawn. What's up, Corey? What's good evening, Michelle? What's up, Brian? What's up, Timo? Yeah, like glad that we come to you live. The reason why we're doing this and then I'm gonna go. You know, I had some rants saved for the end of the show, Shawn. I'm gonna go ahead and break them out first, and then we'll talk about some other stuff. Cardinal. I'm angry. I'll just be honest with you, and we'll talk about that here in a second. But again, I'm Jeremy. This is Shawn. Chat line is open. Below right here, you can see where you can donate. On YouTube, here in a couple weeks, you'll be able to do super stickers and stuff like that. Because guess why, Shawn?
Why?
Because we're now over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Woo!
Don't you clap? You don't do that. So we'll be able to do stuff like that and bring you even more content. What's up, Uncle Larry, Cardinal Chris, Antron, TJ, Tom Jeffries? What's up? Getting excited about basketball, ready to see difference. So let me let you in on a little secret of why we're coming to you tonight instead of our normal Sunday slot. So my wife left me 3 weeks ago. To go on another assignment, and fall break for the kids is this upcoming week. So we are taking our niece and Teresa's sister and Teresa's mom, and we are going to Panama City Beach for the week. And I thought, well, instead of me trying to cram a whole hour show on Sunday, we can break it into half, and we can talk recap and preview on Sunday. We can talk about everything else. Well, no, without you all, we don't get to 1,000 subscribers. What's up, Robbie? Thanks, Corey. Brian, we'll get to you in a minute, Brian. I want to answer your question very, very soon. But I thought, look, let's do some recruiting and some what ifs tonight. Have a little fun. Okay, maybe it was bragging a little bit. I didn't mean to brag. I'm very, very proud of what we were able to do. That means we're going to be doing a giveaway. So I asked Twitter, had a bunch of people respond. I said, do you want us to give away cash? Do you want us to give away memorabilia? You all picked memorabilia. So I'm going to go looking through the U of L memorabilia closet. I've got some nice stuff, and that'll all be figured out after vacation. So if you're looking for the giveaway in the next week, not going to happen. And yes, I'm very angry. I have a hammer with me right now, ready to smash some stuff up because 2 reasons. Okay. Reason number 1, I told my podcast crew to be in the virtual studio at what time, Shawn?
That'd be 6:50, sir.
6:50. You need better internet. Your internet sucks, Shawn. Now you're lagging for some reason. 6:50. Shawn's the only one here. we got 7 people on the podcast team. And the only reason we have that many is because we have times like this where people can't show up. Like my brother's injured. So he's don't even feel like talking right now, honestly. Dalton had to work tonight, so I understand that. Higgy's eating snacks at a college mixer somewhere. So I'm like, okay, I'll at least have Shawn. I'll at least have Sam. Wes said he would make it, but for some reason, everybody in America is stuck in a meeting. I said movie in a meeting right now, so nobody's here but Shawn. So that aggravates me a little bit, but it also means we'll be able. Shawn looks like Trevor waiting on Grand Theft Auto. What's up, Matt M. Dodd? Yeah, he's not here today, so you can go ahead and log off, cousin. Because I know you only tuned in for Joey's magnificent beard, which isn't nearly as magnificent as yours, but it is what it is. Oh, talking about regular. Listen, me going on vacation. Hey, are you? I'll see you at Louisville Live in a couple weeks. How about that? Oh, you're not gonna be in town either. Oh, okay. What's up, Don Duke? I love you too, Matt. So Shawn isn't on the porch, so you must be giving us top secret. I got some info. I got some good info for y'all tonight. I really do. But so that's the first thing that's annoyed the piss out of me tonight is that my 47-member podcast team is not here. It's just me and Shawn. Thank God Shawn can't get a date or he wouldn't be here either. Yeah. We had a member of our Louisville football team back in 1997. His name was Touche. Do you remember that, Shawn?
I don't remember this. I should. I don't.
Okay. Well, he was there. I saw him. Shout out to Touche. The second thing that has just absolutely grinded my gears. So the people next door to me I like both of my neighbors on both sides. They're really, really cool. One side they had a fenced in backyard. The other side didn't. So yesterday morning at 4 a.m., I start hearing hammering and all kinds of stuff. And I get up. I stayed in bed. I tried to sleep. I just couldn't. I got up about 3 hours later, and I went downstairs. I let Lucy out, and I look out the back door, and they are building this I haven't been out front to look at it, but it doesn't just – this is a monstrosity of a fence. Like, if you look off my back porch, the first thing you're going to see is, well, that doesn't just cover their backyard. That must cover the other next-door neighbor's backyard, too. That's how big it looks. That's not what bothered me. I was a little ticked by by getting woke up, but it is what it is. You get a new roof put on, you're going to get woke up, just things you can't handle. And, circumstances not in your control. So I start to look in and I see the darndest thing. I see that the frame to the fence sits about a foot away from my fence. Not 2 feet, not 3 feet, a foot away. So I let them do their thing, and then I go outside and I look, and these people have built instead of connecting their fence to my fence or building it flush, they have left a 1 foot patch of grass all the way down the fence line. That's my property that I'm not going to be able to mow. Not just because I'm thick A55, but because the lawnmower is bigger than 12 inches wide. And I'm kind of angry about that, Shawn. What would somebody what would you're talking it's looking like you're in a foreign movie again, like your mouth's moving and then 5 seconds later you're talking.
Oh,
can I chip in some money to upgrade your internet?
Let me try something. I'm gonna get out for a minute and try to hook to my Wi-Fi.
No, you're okay. You try what you want to, and I'll continue, and then we'll get into the sports talk because that's what all these people really are here for. They don't care about me being ready to smash. Okay, they give a crap about the hammer. So petty of them, Michelle. Like and these people are like, look, this dude. I watch his house all the time for him, and not like go over there and watch it, but he's in the he's in the service. He fights for our country and everything. And I'm like, I'm always appreciative of it. If the dude that mows my yard is here and he's not, I'm like, hey, here's some extra money. Go ahead and take care of that. I try to be nice when I can. Now, I don't do that all the time because I don't just have extra money all the time. I didn't even know what extra was until I turned 40, honestly. But I'm like, man, how do you expect me? You've seen me. I'm 6'7", 370 pounds. Like, I can't even walk through that little passageway, let alone shove a lawnmower all the way down there. All right, let's see if Shawn Wan's back. You there?
Did that help at all?
It did. Unfortunately, it helped the way it was supposed to. So yeah, Shawn sounds like he is co-hosting from Sandy Shores and GTA. Absolutely. All right, let's see anything I skipped through. I know there was one thing. If Satt makes changes with let's you know what? I think we're gonna indirectly but directly answer that, and then RW ready to see a difference in the attitude of the players in basketball. All right, let's get right to it. And Mike, I'm glad you do care. I'm just saying, I know y'all didn't tune in here to hear about Jeremy's personal life. So shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now, no matter where you're at: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. I know people all over the place. I was told the other day that there's people up at U of L that listen to the show, and I obviously I love that. So let's get into it again. YouTube, 1,000 subscribers. What's up? We appreciate y'all supporting us and everything else. And again, like I said, the giveaway, we will put that together after I get back from vacation. So let's jump in. Like I said, basketball, we got to commit this week. Curtis Williams Jr. Shawn. Well, not Curtis Williams Jr. Shawn. Curtis Williams Jr. Shawn. He's got a really, really nice game. He reminds me of Dalton, 34-27. No, that's not going to be that close of a game. I'll get to you here in a second, Andrew. I do have information on that front. He reminds me a lot of Greg Minor, and I know that's probably a little bit older than most of the crowd out there. If I had to compare him to somebody, maybe Juan Palacios, he's got a Juan Palacios type game. That would probably be new. How are we feeling on AJ? We'll talk about that in a second. We will get to all that stuff in a second. I watched a lot of film of Curtis Williams. I really like his game. I think he's going to be an excellent accompanying piece in this recruiting class. Don't forget, we've already got Caleb Glenn in that recruiting class, and a guy that I'm hoping that's going to be in the recruiting class that is just an all-around game changer. And you all are going to be like, well, why isn't he ranked higher? Well, he played basketball in Rhode Island growing up, and nobody's going to Rhode Island to watch people play basketball. That's just the way it is. Now Greg Minor, it's lofty expectations. He's that good. Corey says Williams Jr. reminds me of Draymond Green. Oh, okay. Thanks. And I heard they're out watching AJ this week. They're watching a bunch of people. Ooh, Palacios before or after the goggles? Before the goggles, because he was way better before the goggles, before his eyeball got ripped out. Williams' jumper is really good. Curtis Williams has a beautiful looking jump shot. Shawn, who do you compare him to prior Louisville wise, and why are you excited about? I know I almost jumped into our next topic. I got excited. I apologize. Who does he remind you of Louisville wise, and what really excites you about his game?
Believe it or not, the guy that I immediately thought of when I saw him, just based on body type and kind of size and skill, was Francisco Garcia, because he actually is a really good passer, which shocked me. I expected to see a scorer, a guy that is going to play on the wing, catch and shoot type of guy, slasher, but he can actually do a lot more than that. He can handle the ball some. I wouldn't be surprised to see him bring the ball up occasionally. And as far as jump shots go, they ain't lying. Everybody in the chat that says he's got a great jump shot is
not to interrupt you, but Trevor, great point. A more skilled Dwayne Sutton.
That's a good one too.
Dwayne Sutton, I'm not going to say that. And let me just backtrack for a second. Dwayne Sutton was super skilled. So for me to say a more skilled Dwayne Sutton, I don't think anybody
Better
could live
shooter.
up to that expectation.
Better shooter.
He
I'd
looks
say that.
more filled out than Garcia to Andrew, but is he a guard? No, Don, he's not a guard. He's a small forward, right? Small forward or power?
He's a guy I think could actually play some shooting guard. I wouldn't necessarily say point guard. Shooting guard, small forward, 2-3. That's where I put him.
Small forward. Okay, so we're gonna agree on small forward. We screamed for big guys for years, and KP is definitely bringing size. And also, Michelle says KP's really been on the move. I expect some big time recruits. I don't disagree with you there. And we're gonna go over. You all compile your wish list. Don't give them just yet. But realistic wish list. Now, I don't want you all to be like LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird. Like, I want y'all to be realistic with it, because I'm gonna give you all my realistic one, and I think y'all be really happy if we land my realistic one. That's facts. Uncle Larry always with the old school. Williams reminds me of Wesley Cox back in the day. If any, I remember Wesley Cox because I used to work with his grandson, Wesley Cox III, at the child support office. Do you remember him?
My mom did. My mom worked with his mother, Wesley Cox's mother. So.
Yep, I did too. I didn't. I think I probably worked with your mom, and I just don't remember. I'm pretty sure, because in that office it was me, it was Wesley, and I didn't work there, but for 6 months. I just could. Back then, you could smoke in the building, and the whole building was all smoked up.
Yeah.
It was me. It was Wade Houston's wife, Miss Pat. It was probably your mom, and then it was Wesley Cox III that was there. So Caleb worked with Dwayne a lot. Okay. Miranda and AJ is mine. There you go. I want Miranda. Yeah, we need another Sutton. He's so physical. All right. Don't give them to me yet, y'all. That's the last segment, maybe. But no, I really like back to Curtis. I first off, I think that's a pretty good comparison, Uncle Larry, for sure. But go ahead, Shawn. You were telling us about who he reminded you of. You already said that, but what you liked about his game. Did you get through that? Because honestly, when you talk, I don't pay attention.
The thing that I liked, other than the shooting I liked because his shot, he can shoot it off the catch, off the bounce, in transition. Like, he's not just a one type of, because there's some people who are catch and shoot guys. They can't shoot. Last year, Noah Locke, he tried to be an off the dribble guy, and he couldn't do it. He was a catch and shoot guy. That was just who he was. He wanted to try expanding, he couldn't do it. Now, Curtis Williams, this dude can bring it up the floor, pop the shot from pop it off the screen, come off the screen, catch and shoot, or use the screen to dribble around, or you're just going to dribble to his spot, get the shot. So and then, like I said, the passing is what really got me. I was really shocked how good of a passer he was on film.
Absolutely. And look, we're going to talk about the possible recruiting class for the 23 class, which is the one we all thought, like, that's going to be the first big class. And a few Louisville Live tickets went on sale today. If you need the link and you can't find it on social media, we have it at cardinalsportzone.com. You can check it out there. Going to be some multiple surprise. They teased the surprise guests. There's going to be multiple surprises. As far as I know, AJ is going to be there. DJ is going to be there. Bradshaw's going to be there. There's a couple more guys that haven't been announced that I was told that were going to be there. Wasn't given any names, but like, hey, some high-profile kids are going to be there. One of the guys that I hope is there is Isaiah Miranda, man. That kid, you want to talk about somebody that can play any position on the court. And again, the reason he's only a 4-star is because somebody finally led him right and said, hey, we need to get you out to Southern California and out of Rhode Island. This kid's stock. I was talking to Boo Brewer earlier. That's who it was. And I was like, look, one thing that Kenny, I think, has been able to do, and there's not a large sample size for this. And I'm not a big fan of, I loved Bobby, not as a person, Bobby Petrino. I didn't care for him as a person that much. Just some things he did I didn't agree with. Let me not say I didn't care for him because he was always real nice to me. But he could go out and find a Bilal Powell or Eric Wood or a Kerry Rowe or something. Kerry may have been highly ranked, but those first two guys were 2-star. He could find a diamond in the rough, and they come and just explode. Jake said he thinks Washington. Okay, and I'm glad you mentioned him because I forgot to put him on my list, so we will address him and why I don't think there's a chance in Hades that we get George Washington III, but we'll go over that in a minute. But where was I at, Shawn? I see
Miranda, Isaiah Miranda.
Miranda. Yeah, Antron. I was told by multiple recruiting analysts that DJ was going to be there. Here, the Elliott kid may reclassify. We'll get the. I'll get Shawn and the recruiting team to look a little bit more into that. Dan, we'll answer what I'll have to say. We'll answer your question a little bit. But Miranda, man, he is just he is a game-changing talent. His jump shot smooth from all over the court. He don't take a lot of threes, but when he does, he's pretty efficient at it. Shot blocker, rim protector, just anything. And I'm not trying to pump him up like as the next Anthony Davis, but I think he could get pretty darn close, Shawn. And we still are waiting to get the interview with him. We had some issues when we first were scheduled to record with him, and he's just been so busy. We've not been able to get that rescheduled. So we're going to get it, and we'll be on there. But have we been to see him in New Jersey yet? Have we been to see who in New Jersey yet, Tice? Let me know who you're talking about. You shouldn't have said DJ was coming. Our fans will stalk him. Katrina will put it over couch. Facts, Michelle. Yeah, well, okay. So Shawn popped out, and he's back in. All right, Shawn, that's what we call in and out. I'm not sure you've ever been in and out before, but I don't know, Tice. I don't like to put stuff out there and be like, oh yeah. Like I only tell y'all stuff that I hear, and some of the stuff I tell y'all is real sensitive. I get in trouble sometimes. Like last week after the show, I had somebody contact me and was like, hey, you shouldn't have said that. And I'm like, I didn't realize what I said was Master Yoda, my guy. Chris, that's my wish list too. So I don't know, but facts are I don't know if he's been up there to see them. I know that they're out visiting AJ Johnson this week, Isaiah Miranda. They're visiting Trenton Flowers today. That's a real big key for me in that next class. He's 24, right? He's not 23.
Yes, he's 24.
And I'm not sure we have a real good shot at him only because he's North Carolina was his dream school. They've offered him. It is what it is. And Andrew, there is a situation that I've heard where both would be plausible. Like it's not like one or the other. What's up, Justin? What is up, everybody? DJ or bust? Absolute. Listen, let's get to that. DJ or bust. Look, this is what y'all have always wanted to hear about anyway. Was my DJ Wagner news. So let me get a little drink of water before I get into this real quick. And I don't I don't drink the One Clear stuff like Marcus does, but okay. Maybe made a good point about DJ. He may not be on especially Milt on the staff. Yeah, what they did together. Some are acting. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna be snitching. I'm snitching tonight for sure. So I got some info. I told you all on the show last week that where the current state of affairs were, and this is gonna get people. Shawn, should I share this part because I don't want to get people riled up, and then I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, so I told you all on the show last week that at that moment it was, Daddy wants him to go to U of K. Mama wants him to go to U of L, and it was causing friction. Yeah, snitching. I'm sorry. I try not to. No, you don't have to buy me a drink, but you can support the channel, Brent. Jesus. So that's what the case. That was the situation. Corey, I don't remember what you sent me. And I don't say this to be. I get so many DMs every day from people, and I try to give everybody all the information I can. So you'll have to excuse me. FUFK, sorry, it slipped. All right, and you guys throw $5 in the Cash App tip jar for the curse word. I'm just kidding. So that was last week, and allegedly Milt was torn up because the families were arguing about which school to go to. Oh, Michelle is a mind reader. No, Master Yoda, you're good. Fast forward to this morning. This morning I was contacted and told that there may have been a compromise made on a third school to be in the mix. And that from what they thought, that was the only, like, it was that school in Louisville at the top two, and then Kentucky at the bottom of the three. I still think it's anybody's game, but it was really, really interesting to hear that there's a third team in the mix. I'm not going to tell y'all the team because that would get me in trouble, and I'm not trying to lose my pretend job like that. So I'm not going to give that name out, but boy, oh boy, Louisville fans will lose their nuts when they find out. Not Temple Brent. Y'all stop. So here's my dream class. So let's get to the dream class in hoops. And this is what I really feel like is going to happen. We are obviously already have Curtis Williams Jr. and Caleb Glenn. I think, remember, the thoughts and opinions of Jeremy Wama don't necessarily reflect that of CardinalSportsZone.com. Well, they do, but don't go out and be like, because that Jeremy said, well, yeah, I did say it, but don't tell everybody I said it. This is for y'all. Y'all tuned in. Not me. It's not Memphis. I'll tell you that. And it's not Temple. Stop. Yo, where's that one at? Everybody in the chat line. You're fired. I'm not saying we're not going to get DJ. I know that this compromise on the third team was when Daddy realized that he wasn't going to win the Louisville-Kentucky battle, so came up with a compromise. So I think it's either going to be Louisville or him. But I've never been from the jump, we have to get DJ or this is a failure. Kenny Payne is a great guy, and he's an even better coach. And y'all are just going to have to, like, let the cake bake with Kenny. He's going to get dudes. My class, and this is a class that I 100% believe is plausible and possible just off of conversations that I've had. Curtis Williams Jr., Caleb Glenn, Isaiah Miranda, AJ Johnson, and then either Aaron Bradshaw or Duke commit Mackenzie Magapabako. Why would Daddy be against Kenny? Daddy played for Calipari. Daddy had a job with them before, correct, Shawn?
I don't know if he did or not for sure. I know obviously Milt had a job with him, but I don't know about DJ for sure.
I think so, but I've never been a DJ or bus type dude. A lot of fans feel that way. They acted like he felt over Imani. Yeah, they did at that moment until they found out what actually happened. And then, man, didn't Imani get arrested on Tuesday?
Yeah.
I'm shocked that story didn't read former Louisville possible commit Imani Bates arrested. You know how the media is in the town. And then, so either Aaron Bradshaw or we flip Mackenzie Magapabako. Gosh, I always mess it up. And then the last person I have in my dream class is Duke commit Caleb Foster. I feel more, let's put it this way. I feel more confident about Caleb Foster than Mackenzie, but I think we can get, if we get Bradshaw instead of him, I'm cool. Other way around, I'm cool too. That would be on my list. Okay, yeah, GW3. Justin, and it is sad because that just means he's got people that is helping him lead his life and in his amateur career that aren't helping him make good decisions. Somebody knew he had that gun. He didn't go get that gun himself. Things change quickly. What changed, Don? My bad. George. It was mentioned in the SB. Look, I can tell y'all from and I don't care now because the kid committed to Eastern Michigan. His daddy told me he was coming to Louisville, sent me a graphic. I've got the graphic on my phone. It was a done deal. We thought we were getting him. And then at the last minute, Memphis jumped in with a bag. Eastern Michigan jumped in with a bigger bag. And this literally was Sunday. He committed on Tuesday. And Sunday, Memphis jumped in. And Monday, things went real quick. My bad. And look, I'm not anybody. I'm not going to sit here and judge his dad, but I do know from even AAU guys that you all don't necessarily care for have told me, per quote, Imani's dad is clown shoes. He is a bozo the clown. You never wanted Imani. I'm not going to lie and say I didn't. He was a crown jewel that I knew that would shut everybody up for the time being. We didn't get him, so they haven't shut up. They're still trying to run people out of town. It is what it is. So for me, it's Caleb Foster, AJ Johnson, Isaiah Miranda, and Aaron Bradshaw alongside Glenn and Curtis Williams. What about you, Shawn?
To be honest, that would be pretty much the class I want. I mean, that covers. You got interchangeable guys, right? You got Williams can play 2 to 3. You got Bradshaw could probably play center or move even to the power forward spot. Macabo, 3, 4, power forward, small forward. You got guards in there with AJ Johnson, combo guard.
Hold on real quick. Andrew actually did send me $5 for cursing.
Well, Andrew, we thank you for your contribution.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, that's funny. We know Mama always wins. And feel bad for Imani, but choose better people. Absolutely. Isn't the NBA thinking about so? And James, what a lot of people. I'm glad you bring that up because what a lot of people and Shawn, remind me about talk. I want to talk about George Washington III in a moment, and I'll forget because I got so much going on right now. That actually was already approved from what I heard, and it's not this season, it's not the next season, but it's the next season. So 23-24, or no, this is 22-23. So 24-25, you can jump straight to the pros.
Yeah.
Michelle says, I think KP's got some surprises coming up. I think Caleb and McKenzie would be great surprises, or Bradshaw. I think if you talk to most people, they think that AJ Johnson and Isaiah Miranda are ours to lose. It is what it is. That would be a nice class. Kentucky pisses me off. I slipped. I think he does too. All right, Trevor's dream class is Glenn Williams and then just AJ and Miranda. Let's see. Let's go back up because I know people went out of turn earlier. I should start telling people, look, now if we're going out of turn, y'all gotta. I'm just kidding. Andrew says AJ, Caleb Foster, Elliott, and we'll be okay. Okay. Let's see who else. There were 2 other people that submitted. I'll get to it in a second. I don't know about the King of the Bluegrass question, Tom. I'm sorry. I don't know who Carter Bryant is. All right. I can't find the other ones, and that's my fault. So if y'all can give me y'all.
He's a 2024 guy. I believe I want to say guard forward.
I did not know that, Andrew. Terrence Farley is my best friend. He's been at every funeral in my family. He grew up next door to me. I did not know you knew him, but you tell him I love him too. He's been on the show multiple times. What recruits are coming to Louisville Live, as far as I know, and I don't know if any of these are official, but the only names I've heard thrown out were DJ, Bradshaw, and AJ Johnson. We will work hard on that as well to figure out. I'll text Nolan here in a little bit and ask him if there's a list that we can give. No, they did not give what a weekend though. You've got Friday night, you've got Louisville Live. Saturday, you got homecoming. Is it versus Pitt?
Yes.
And then Sunday, you've got the red-white game. And I'm just glad Michelle's going to be at all 3 of those. But I have not gotten a time for the red-white game just yet. And as soon as I do, y'all know, I'm going to put that out. But while I'm getting to the little football, I have a little bit of football I want to talk about. In George Washington III first. You all give me your all's dream class, and I'll go over. I know some of y'all already have, and I missed it. I apologize that. Get Mercy Miller for Louisville. I'm sure he'll be there. I'm sure Caleb Foster will be there because he shows up to every Louisville event. But yeah, go ahead. Okay, so Corey Carson, DJ, AJ, Williams, Glenn, Miranda, and Bradshaw. Foster flip would be awesome. So that's the same one. Well, no, that's not the same one as me because I'm not certain about DJ at all anymore. Mike Puckett says Johnson, Wagner, Foster, Miranda, Bradshaw, along with the two we have. Red White game is going to be super sold out, and hopefully all the guys that come for Louisville Live stay for the Red White game and get to see that kind of love. So let's get to George Washington III real quick. He's a kid that, Shawn, you can attest to this. Anybody that's listening to the show, when he was being recruited the first time, absolutely was like, we got to get him. I befriended his dad. I went to a couple of games. We were all best friends, and he committed to Ohio State. Fast forward to Tuesday, and here's how my morning went Tuesday. I see the decommit, or did he decommit Tuesday and give a list of 5, or did he decommit on Monday and give his list Tuesday? However it went, I saw the list of 5 Tuesday, and I was like, okay, we're on the list. Maybe the first thing that hits my mind is like, oh man, maybe that means we're not getting DJ or AJ. But then I want to do a little bit of research. So I went to go. The list was, Shawn, what was the list? It was Louisville,
Virginia,
Michigan,
Dayton. I think Dayton.
It was Louisville, Michigan, Virginia, Dayton, and one other school.
I can't remember the other school for the life of me.
Gabe Sisk is the baller. I hope that we start paying some attention to him. Anyway, there were 5 schools. So I'm like, oh, man, I think we have a really good shot against these 5 schools. He committed to Monday after he visited Ohio State. Okay, all right, fair enough. So he put his list out Tuesday. So I'll go to I type in Dad's name at Coach George and then some numbers, but it automatically filled for me because I typed in Coach George. And lo and behold, before I even hit the little envelope to send him a DM, I read the bio, Shawn. You know what the bio said?
No.
It said assistant women's basketball coach for the University of Dayton.
Well,
so I immediately was like, well, I don't need to talk to him anymore. I don't need to. I still did talk to him, but I didn't. I was like, well, I don't need him to let me know who the front runners are because I can see. I'm conflicted because I feel like for that reason, and he just got the job a couple of months ago at Dayton. I feel like that was foreshadowing to an extent. Absolutely cool guy, Don. Kenny Payne won those games. I think the 23 class will be good. I think the 24 class will be crazy. Me too. We got to have look, I know that these last 8 years as a Louisville fan, both basketball and football, other than the Heisman, has been like a huge kick in the balls. But we've let our frustration for basketball bleed over into football. Scott Satterfield never had a chance to do good here because we were, even when he won the Coach of the Year his first year, we were ready to get rid of him and find somebody else. Like never had a chance. Not that he was ready for this job, but he's just never had a chance. So I think that the basketball frustrations bled over into football, and then we got Kenny, which is what I wanted. Like, let's get him in here. And then it was like, okay, well, now we just focus on football. So, but with that being said, I was on. See, I tell you, I start rambling and I forget where I'm at. So with George Washington III, I was like, well, I don't really need to get any detailed conversation with his dad because the way it looks optically is that Dayton's on the list. You just got a job from Dayton, like what it is, like what the deal is, like. But when you read his interview yesterday or today, he's gushing about walking into a practice facility with Hall of Famers such as Milt Wagner, Kenny Payne, and Danny Manning. He left Nolan Smith, a national championship basketball player, off the list. But, we could get him, I guess, if he wants to come and be developed into a next level basketball player. I just don't see why you give him a job and then you don't land him. I just really don't. Washington going to Dayton with his father. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Corey. Tice is realistic. AJ, Curtis, Glenn, Miranda, Dream, DJ, AJ, Glenn, Bradshaw, Miranda, and Cadeau. Cadeau's Cadeau's the next year. I was gonna say, Master Yoda. I can't guarantee anything, but that's the way it looks. Cardinal shaking. Whatever this emoji is, you ain't lying. Neither did Matt. Matt, listen. Please don't get me started on Mac. Let's get out of basketball because I really don't want to get in trouble talking about Coach Mac. He's got time to recruit 24. Listen, and that's the main point. And that's people like good fans like you all and like Jocelyn. It's like realized he's been on the job 120 days. When he got the job, he was recruiting up against schools that had been recruiting these kids for 4 or 5 years. It was going to take an act of God for us to pull a big name, a big time recruit. And I know the way that some people on the radio made it sound like we were going to get Kenny Payne and then every 5-star would fall into our lap. We got him, and we did immediately get Brandon Huntley Hatfield, and he's a 5-star. We got Devin Reed. He was a high 4-star. You know, it's not been horrible. He's got time to recruit 24. Yeah. So Andrew, I'm with you. I'm happy too. I know that's not going to make everybody else happy. Everybody wants everybody to complain and piss and moan, and I'm just not going to do that right now. They're interviewing Donovan Mitchell. Oh, the game is on in the background because I am a Steelers fan. So I will be watching that after we get done, and I will be trying to wrap this up in the next 15 minutes for that reason. But football-wise, first off, did you all know that South Florida is one of only 3 teams in the country that has not thrown a passing touchdown this season? Well, you know that if you listened to our show this past week, because we said it on that show, that they had not thrown a passing touchdown, and they've got the least amount of passing yards thrown as well. It was Hawaii. No. Sorry. Hawaii was thrown for 727 yards, I believe, and no touchdowns. South Florida thrown for 544 and no touchdowns. And then the University of Florida is the 3rd team. You know, that great team that caused the school down the road to jump up 72 spots because they beat them. And then South Florida almost beat them. Well, yeah, because they're hot garbage duty water. Uncle Larry says, a friend of mine in Orlando just tried to tell me DJ is talking to UCF and Johnny Doc. Okay, so hang up on that friend. And when he calls you the next time, block his number. Corey Carson, my big recruiter buddy, says staying strong with this DJ to Louisville pick and has been going at it with UK fans for months, but I understand the family drama. Look, I've stayed strong with DJ to Louisville the whole time. I've never been told until this morning there was a chance he was going to waiver. My guy Ramon, he does the regional recruiting for Overtime. Even it doesn't matter what, he's not wavered on Louisville. So let's see. Flock Nation. Here we go. Absolutely. Here we go. We can get to 5-2. Andrew, absolutely. Florida is trash. The fan base wanted 5 stars. We get them. Then they complain about guards. We get one. Then there is no stars. Yeah. Lee, absolutely. That was my point. That's why I put that on the list. That means USF will throw for like 3 touchdowns, 900 yards. It is what it is. And look, here's the thing. Let me ask y'all this before we get into this last segment. Are y'all going to be happy because getting to 5-2 means we probably make a bowl, and making a bowl probably means we don't fire Satt. And all I keep hearing everybody say is fire Satt. Now we're playing inferior teams the next 3 weeks. So beating them's going to be like be like me walking up to Shawn and just punching them in the face. It's not fair. F the Steelers. Whoa! Look, I don't want to give up either. But so let's get into that, Shawn. I'm gonna ask you your opinion on this, and everybody out there in the chat land. I want you all. I guess I'm toxic. LOL. What is it going to take in your all's opinion for Coach Satterfield? And look, Coach Satterfield's always been nice to me. He's a good dude. Sometimes good dudes just can't coach football, or are set in their ways and refuse to change. And y'all have heard the show. I've been all aboard the Satterfield. Give them some time to get things going, and to an extent, I'm still the same way. But if we start out 5-2, which is, who would that mean we beat? That means we would have beat South Florida, Boston College, Virginia.
And then we had to beat somebody else, right? Because that's right now we're 1-2, right? So that
No, he did not give me Angels envy, Brent.
So who's the next game? Because that'd be 4-2.
It's a team that we should probably that we're not favored against. So 5-2. If we start out 5-2, that means we beat a team we weren't supposed to beat, and we're going to get James Madison at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Lee says he has to go undefeated the rest of the year and get into the college football playoffs for him to get. Hey, look, Brian says Satt's future is based on his first comment. I don't think Satt's a bad coach. I think he's not a great play caller, and he's trying to hold on to his friendship with Brown, but it's business time. I hate losing. Satt could win out, and I want him gone. Pittsburgh, yeah, we beat Pittsburgh. Are you kidding me? And then we're only there were 3 games. It was Pittsburgh, Wake Forest, and NC State where we are 3 points or less underdogs to them as of this moment, right? We went over this the other day. And then we're favored at James Madison. Kentucky's only an 8-point favorite right now. That anything could happen to win. And Clemson's only a 12-point favorite. So, it is what it is. Fabian, what's good? Oh, Wake. Yeah. Wake Forest. Okay. Development get rid of Brown. Listen, I'm all for I'm a team player. So y'all aren't going to hear me say I'm not going to say I want to get rid of anybody, because at the end of the day, they do watch the show. And if I'm sitting here pooping all over the coaches, then they're not going to give me access. They're not going to, I do feel like they will let me be fairly critical. But if I'm just sitting here like some of the other podcasts do and just the whole time, that's not going to get me nowhere. But I think if they would just both change their philosophies and work on adjusting a little bit, that I could handle, because we don't even know who's going to be available the next coaching cycle. What if we get another Crapthorpe? I don't believe the hype on. No. We beat Clemson or UK. I think Satt is safe, and the fans will be. If we can win all the games that we're within 3 points of, and beat Kentucky, that means we literally finish 9-3, which seems it is a long way from where we're at right now. But anything can happen. It's football. Play calling is terrible. Everybody can see it. No, for sure. And our players are feeding off the coaching style, because a lot of kids that you saw make great tackles last year and can tackle aren't doing the same thing this year. I just don't want to lose our commits. Chris, second time tonight you've set me up. So I want to, while you all are telling me what y'all think is going to take to keep Satt, I want to address these false fears over recruits leaving if we have a new coach. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt. I will not tell you how I know. I will tell you that I do know without a shadow of a doubt. Do y'all think these guys committed to Scott Satterfield? No. They committed for the NIL money. We're not going to lose it. There was a little report this morning. DeAndre Moore's, or was it yesterday morning? DeAndre Moore's going to Texas. And then his brother, which inexplicably is just on our roster now. Wasn't there at the beginning of the season. He's there now. Was like, that's fake news. And it was his brother. I did confirm that is DeAndre Moore's little brother on our football team. When you go to his profile page on Go Cards, there's nothing. It's just
wait, that's his little brother? Is he younger brother?
Sorry, big brother. Sorry.
His
older brother. Let Lance play call. Have him give up play call and get rid of Brown is what they said, not me. If Satt makes changes with players and coaches, does he get at least to coach out his contract plus no buyout? Look, his buyout is cut in half after the season. So that's why I've told y'all last few weeks, I don't think he's going anywhere during the season unless we lose to South Florida and James Madison. And then I think it's done. Local sports radio sucks. You need your own show, mornings especially. Look, we've been offered twice the opportunity to do sports radio, but for multiple reasons, this is better for us. We get a bigger cut of the money. We don't answer to anybody, and well, except for the fine people at the University of Louisville Athletic Department. Love you guys. And we can do this anytime we want to, and we can't do that on the radio. But we have been offered a couple of show slots and talked about it, and it was like we couldn't we've all got 9-to-5 jobs too, so it's not like we can all just be like, oh yeah, let's take off every day, and no. So we'd love to do it. I appreciate that. Compliment, but yeah, we're gonna stay right here. We love it. You guys love us, and we love y'all. Andrew says Moore isn't leaving. I agree. Adidas is stronger than the current coaching staff. Absolutely. Rito says, I feel like you were talking to me, mofo. Well, Kermit sipping his tea .gif. Fake news. I'm not on board to fire Satt. Look, as long as we have a great season this year, I could be swayed either way. We're just living in a time in this country's existence where everything has to be done immediately. We lose a game. Oh, God, man, fire everybody. We win the next game. I saw people that were like, man, Brian Brown, heck of adjustments against Central Florida. No, there were no adjustments against Central Florida. We won. And then we lost. It was like, yeah, back to week one, Louisville. We have improved on both sides of the ball incrementally every week. Don't get me wrong. But the same schemes defensively, that the talent on the field is overcoming the stupidity on the sideline. And I apologize for saying that, but it is what it is. No, they're going to get a bag to win or lose here. Shawn says, what's up? What's up, Shawn? Larry says, I'll take 6-6 record. Anything less, they might clean house. I'm not satisfied with a 6-6 record. Lose to South Florida and Satterfield most definitely should be fired. Okay. Master Yoda, Rito, my bro. Okay. BM, is that for baby mama? I don't think I have any kids out there. Go get an NFL guy for OC like blank does. Heck, Dino Baber saved his job by hiring a great OC. Shawn said, what did I miss? I'm just getting in here. You're going to have to re-listen to it, man. I done snitched a whole bunch, and I'm not going to repeat it. Master Yoda said we better not lose Saturday. I don't think we will. What's the worst record you allow before you fire Satt? Let's throw that up on the board, and we will. That's kind of what I was wanting to ask. That's what I was asking you all. Keep your freedom. Love the show. Thanks, Don. I appreciate you. Keith, the new strength coach, and Pete Thomas and Pete Nocta. Any news on why Quentin? So Quincy Riley actually did play against Florida State. He only played about 10 snaps or less. That's what we have understood from other people. But he didn't play when it counted, and that's when he should have been in. Now you bet not go Hollywood at all. No, I don't want to. Like literally, if I can say whatever I want to here. Like I do this for y'all because I know y'all deserve somebody who's actually connected, that is not afraid to let a little something spill out every now and then. Like I don't have to be the first to. Y'all know me, Rito. You know that. Like, there's been stuff that I've even told Carito that I'm like, you can't tell nobody, but this is about to happen. And then 18 other people broke it. I don't have to. Like, at the end of the day, I'm still Jeremy. I don't care if I break something first. I have Shawn. How many times have I told you to write up a story for something that didn't come out till like a month later?
There was one recently, a certain basketball.
Yeah, Curtis Williams. I'll just go ahead and say it.
Curtis Williams and Mr. Basili.
Yeah. Oh, but we knew.
Yeah,
that was the worst kept secret. But we did. We were the first ones to mention Fabio, and people were like, "Oh, you ain't got no stars." Yeah, settling for that, KP. And I think he's going to end up. Mad Maximus, very nice, sir. Hope to have yours soon. Oh yeah. Shout out to Mad Maximus. Mad Maximus. Go get Bedford, and we'd have a different opinion on Satt. Ooh. Cool Guy Don says if UK fired blank, they would be 0-3. Maybe. No. I'm not still talking about you. None of this that I've been talking about was anything that you said. This is like a consensus of what people have been saying, I don't remember you saying, the defense made some adjustments. Robbie says women's soccer is down 2-1 to Florida State in the first. Okay. Absolutely 6-6 is unacceptable after the preseason hype. Record depends on injuries with Cool Guy Don. Cool Guy Don's literally one of the coolest guys ever. And he just put it in his Twitter name. He's like, look, I'm Cool Guy. F y'all. Forget y'all. When I say F, I mean forget. Lee says 5 wins and he'll keep. Look, 7 wins, 7 wins. Do we have a shot with Miranda? Yes, Fabian, we have a good shot at Miranda. Let me I'm gonna put this. Let's put that up so I can go back to it because I do have a pretty it's all good. It's all good. I just had somebody DM me. A surprise guest coming up. So yes, we do have a shot at Miranda. Brian says, why don't we play Khalib Johnson in the second quarter like Petrino did with Braun? By the way, he had a senior quarterback too. Look, do y'all want my opinion on that? Oh, thanks, Sam, for retweeting but not showing up for the show. We appreciate you. Do you guys think Dave Ragone would even answer the phone of Josh Cobb? Absolutely. From what I've heard, it's more likely we go after Ragone than it is that we go after bring back Braum. So Khalib Johnson, and this is kind of like what I've heard a little bit here and there, nothing confirmed. But I think that we're afraid to play Khalib Johnson because we got Pierce Clarkson sitting right there. And if Khalib comes in and outdoes Malik, that could scare Khalib away. Or scare Pierce away. I just don't think that we're taking any chances on anybody run because Steve Clarkson and Pierce Clarkson and company, they're saving the Louisville. Like, we should probably be on about a 10 to 15 year downfall after this season. They're going to jump us right back into where we were with Charlie, I think. Master Yoda wants to know, is Bradshaw and DJ a package deal? Absolutely not. My main reason to keep Satt is I'm not confident we make the right hire. Braum is not the right answer to me. Cool Guy Don, I agree. Dwayne Crott, what's up, Card family? Yo, got to win. 6-6, he needs to go. I would say that personally, but I feel like if we don't win 8 games, you know what? If we go 6-6 and make a bowl, I think he's gone. I think anything less than because Planet Fitness pays too much to bench Malik. Yeah, absolutely. The Satt's job depends on how long Brown stays. I don't necessarily agree that Khalib will transfer, and he should if he can get some good. Yeah, for sure. All right, all caught up with the chat line. Where was I at? Oh yeah. 5 wins. So Lee, I appreciate you throwing that. If there ain't a glaring coach out there, why make a change? I think that's a good point as well. But I think you're going to get some guys that are maybe itching to get back in coaching that'll be in the mix. I think you've got guys like Ragone and Braum that fans have thrown out there. Like, these are guys we want, that they're going to try to make the fans happy and be smart. What's up, Alan? Is our guy Alan in the house? Retweeting stuff. Sanders would be lit. No chance. Andrew. Deion Sanders committed to lead a HBSU out of love and respect for his people. He is not going to leave. That would be sending the wrong message. Him leaving Jackson State. That's where he was coach at, right?
Yeah, Jackson State.
Yeah, leaving Jackson State to go anywhere else just would send the wrong message. I think it would. Ragone and Hurt. Clint Hurt's not a I don't think he would. You know what? Just because we're sitting here. Let's see. I'm going to go down to there. Sorry, I already had something planned. Yes, I know. Love you too, to the wife. Listen, Shawn. We went a little bit longer than we thought we were going to go tonight.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was 8 o'clock.
That's okay. I'm about to. No, I can't. I was going to text Clint and ask him, but and say it off the record. I can't say it off the record and then dry snitch. Make a change because we can't keep going down this road, losing by 3 or 4 points every game. No to Brom. Can't continue to get blasted every. Look, their luck's about to run out. They've had little spurts like this the whole time I've been alive, and they go right back to irrelevancy. So,
and they're going to have fraud issues pretty soon with all that UK hospital no-show stuff.
Absolutely. So it is what it is. But so I got to think 8 or 9 wins, 55 to the bat phone. Yeah, dry snitch. Come on, man. I will send him a message after the show and see if he'll respond to me. He normally does. Been a good dude like the whole time he's been around us. So what are you looking at? Oh, okay. Are you watching the game? You got the game on too? Fraud issues, which no media outlet will talk about. Ain't that about a why won't they talk about it? Now? It's very, very confusing to me. So
it's weird because they're talking about, they're going to be eligible, but it's like the thing is, it's like a government job, so you're defrauding, in essence, the government and what they did.
Look, Andrew, that's where I'm at. 8 wins. I think it's going to take 8 or 9 wins to keep them. And the only reason I say that is because of the quality of football in front of us is not. The next 4 or 5 games are very, very winnable. They're also very losable. Hurt probably watching now. You won't answer the question. We'll see. Shawn don't know how to take over a conversation, so I could text anybody. So Shawn, you're.
So you're going to try to text him? Well, let's see here.
Shawn, you have proven to everybody tonight why you cannot get a girlfriend.
I know. Here I am talking about fraud. To be honest, I could be totally wrong on that. Maybe it's not government fraud. I don't know. Allegedly, they defrauded the hospital or whatever. I don't know. It's a weird situation. I wish somebody would write an in-depth story about it so I can understand it better. It'd be nice. It would be.
DJ is not going to North Carolina. 5 L's does look bad. Yeah, for sure. But did y'all see the ticker I put on at the bottom?
Oh, jeez. No. Hit the button.
Unbelievable.
All right, what about this one? Are your snacks missing? DM our tip line at I am Higgins. Yeah, I mean, 5 losses would still look bad, but be better than having 10 losses. Jesus. Brian, stop. Y'all keep saying, y'all think if y'all keep naming schools that I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, that's the one. I'm not telling y'all.
He's going to Hawaii. That's where he's going. He's going to Hawaii for the sun, for the beaches, play there a year and then go to NBA. It's smart. It makes sense. He'll be the star of the show.
I hate you, Shawn. Yeah, absolutely. Like Master Yoda said, hit that like button. Again, we will recap the USF game and do a BC preview on Sunday. We do want to shout out to all of our fine sponsors, Shack in the Back, Fitness Market, Derby City Line Landscaping, and 4 Pegs. We're working on more. If you'd like to sponsor the podcast, DM any of us. Send us what's the email for the website, Shawn? You know what? Just DM us. Shawn, you're you know what? Oh no, that's the wrong one. Okay. That's what I get for trying to make fun of Shawn. Shun. Your new name is Shun. We got some undercover trolls in this chat. We might. Fabian, why do you say we got undercover trolls? I'm intrigued. DJ going to Ohio State. No, he's not going to Ohio State. Andrew, calm down. Oh, Master Yoda, that is just mean. That is mean. DM us if you want to sponsor the show. If you want to support the show, you know where to find us. If you want to follow us on any of the social medias, it's down there as well. Our YouTube is it's a little altered right now because we're going through the verification process. It's Cardinal Sports Zone 55 instead of the Cardinal Sports Zone you see at the bottom for YouTube. Everything else is legit and sufficient. Follow us on all the social medias on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Scratch, Flick, Pinch, Tickle, whatever you want to call them. Follow us on all those. You can find this podcast on all the podcast avenues, over 125 in all: Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, and iHeart. Hit subscribe, hit follow, hit stalk, hit whatever you need to hit. I'm not familiar with the other ones. If you're not listening to all the prior episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, go back, check them all out. Go to cardinalsportszone.com, the place it all began. Go to the podcast tab, go down to CSZ Podcast, tap on that, and you'll get to hear all the prior. Or if you subscribe or follow it, normally loads all the prior episodes in there as well. Shout out to everybody out there that's sharing the podcast. We appreciate you all. Shout out to our guys, Marcus and Steve, doing the Lord's work during the day on ESPN 93.9 The Ville. Shawn, no, I don't have to complain about the fence. Let me take that out of there. The fence people were stupid. Shawn, any last words? And then we're gonna get to the chat line. Y'all know I just got to close it out. And Shawn, last words. Not like last words in life, but last words for the podcast.
I'll miss you all, Nonkin. Let's see here. Let's beat the crap out of UCF. We can't just win by 7. It's got to be.
We're not playing UCF, Shawn.
Oh, USF, whatever. They're the same, basically. I mean, they gold color, whatever. Beat the crap out of them. Nobody cares about them anymore. Beat the crap out of them. I mean, just dog walk them, murk them. It's got to be a murk job.
Murk them. I like it. Rito says, why does everybody think the DJ sweepstakes is over? Well, if you listen to the beginning of the show when we talked about that, it's pretty much there's a new team in the running, and I believe that team will be the one he selects to appease the mother and the father from being like, the mother being like, I don't want him to go to Kentucky. I want him to go to Louisville. The dad being like, I don't want him to go to Louisville. I want him to go to Kentucky. Well, let's pick somewhere together to send them that's neither one. So that's why I feel like the sweepstakes for DJ is over. But Louisville Live, man, is that atmosphere. Get out there, fill that place up. That could do. Louisville Live can do crazy things.
I mean, if DJ's there, man, I mean, it may change some things if he's there. You never know.
Corey Carson says then UK players are suing the cop for being a Louisville grad.
I saw that.
Look, if that dude did that, then he deserves to get in trouble for it. Master Yoda, I love you too, bro. Brandon Lucas, if Satt loses any of the next 3, is his fate sealed regardless? I don't think so, because what if he loses the next 3 and then wins the last 8? Okay, wins the last 6. Sorry, my math was a little off there. Then I think he's still good at that point. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that I know that believe it's already over for Satt. So, and if you cuss, like Andrew said, the Cash App is up top. Uncle Larry says there's a baseball scrimmage Sunday at 1 p.m. free admission. Master Yoda says these next 3 are a must. Guys, I appreciate you all. As I said earlier, I'm not going to be here for the next week, but we will still bring you content on YouTube on here. We'll do a podcast on Sunday. It'll just simply be review, preview, predictions. We'll get to y'all probably around noon, 12:30, so that way we can get out for the NFL games start that day, because y'all got mad at me for last time that I did it at 1 o'clock. So it is what it is, though. But in the meantime, in between time until next time, thanks again for the support. We love you all. Thank you, Card Don. Until next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Master Yoda. Y'all hit me up. I'm going to have a long ride down there. I'll find something to snitch about. Just hit me up. Just kidding. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate that. I have to go hang out with my mother-in-law and sister-in-law, though, so it's going to be a blast.
You might want to take some
Go
talent
Steelers.
off.